In this video, I'm going to briefly describe how to use the Noodlers Boston Safety Pen. This happens to be the chestnut version of the pen, black and brown swirled resin. This pen is unique because it was specifically designed to use with fountain pen inks or indie inks or various inks that are not necessarily fountain pen friendly. That you wouldn't want to put in your regular fountain pen that may clog the feed easily or just create problems on a normal fountain pen. So the thing that makes this pen unique is the way that the nib is recessed into the barrel of the pen, and the nib stays in the ink, and so it's constantly immersed in ink, so it won't dry out as quickly as just a regular fountain pen, and the feed's not going to get clogged or have any issues. The way that this pen works is, first of all, you want to keep the cap of the pen pointed upright when you open it. The reason for that is the cap holds the ink in, and if you do it with the point down, any ink that's in the pen will come out. There's nothing really holding that in there. So once that's done, then you need to extend the nib on the pen, and that's done by simply pressing. You can see how I slid that bottom section of the barrel forward, and the nib pulls out or extends out. Then you would twist the end of the barrel, which locks that nib into place. So now it's okay to use to write with. You can tilt that upside down and ink's just not going to flow everywhere because it's sealed the front portion of the pen off. It's also made it so that ink is tied or locked into place, so when you push down on it, it's not going to create problems with ink or with the pen sliding apart. Okay, let's talk about filling this pen. What you would do to fill this pen, it's an eyedropper style fill. So what we do is, first of all, we need to slide that nib back into the barrel of the pen, make it recess it in there. Then what we do is we take a bottle of ink, and this pen will take about an ounce to an ounce and a half of ink. We don't want to get too much ink in the pen, because what happens if we get too much ink, then it overflows out of the front of the pen, and that's a common problem with this pen. So what we do is you just simply fill that. We don't want to go past the point where the nib starts inside the pen. If you go past that point, then what happens is the pen will overflow when you extend the nib out, and that creates a problem. So what we do is we just gently slide that nib forward, lock it into place, and now it's ready to write. And I filled it with a J. Bond 1670 ink, so you can see now the pen's ready to write, and it works really well. Now, to put the cap back on the pen, what we have to do is recess that nib. If you don't recess the nib before you put the cap on, it can create problems. And once again, remember to keep that cap or the nib pointed upwards when you put the cap on. That will keep it from getting ink everywhere or all over. Quick instruction on just how to use this pen. It's a unique pen. It's a pretty different design, and it's great for use with those inks that may be hard with your regular fountain pens. So get your Noodlers Boston Safety Fountain Pen at penchalet.com.